Okay, today, as promised, I'm going to pull one of the keys from my article, How to Market a PT Private Practice. There are 39 points, and this sounds like a bad bar joke gone awry, but two PTs walk into a doctor's office, and the question is, who wins the referral? And PT number one is the best technical PT in town. They read their JOSPT and their JMMT and their physical therapy journal the day that it comes in the mail. They're up to date on everything. They're a Con Ed junkie. They have 20 letters after their name and a ton of certifications, and they've even been published in peer-reviewed journals, and they're absolutely amazing. And so that's PT number one. PT number two is a mediocre physical therapist. They don't think of themselves as that way, but they're mediocre compared to our stud muffin PT number one with 20 letters after the name, and PT number two is great, world class at marketing, and they're the best in their area at building referral base and marketing to their patients as well. So who wins the referral? Well, the obvious answer is PT number two is going to do that. So your marketing skill is more important than your technical skill when getting a referral. Sad, but true. I'm not into sugarcoating here or giving you sympathy if you're PT number one, but a really cool thing happens when you're a really good technical physical therapist and taking good care of your patients with a high quality of care, and you implement some world-class marketing techniques. Keyword being implement, not just learn about them, but actually use them. So let's look at how this goes. So PT number one walks into the office, and I'll play PT number one. You're the referral source. So, Dr. Smith, I was here about 6 months ago, a year ago, and I told you about that I got this new certification in new vestibular certification. Well, I now have 3 other certifications, and one is through AAOMPT, and it's really exclusive. There's only a couple hundred of us in the whole country that carry this certification, and I'm really good in physical therapy. And the key, I don't understand though, why aren't you sending me patients? But anyhow, I also wanted to tell you about this amazing article that I had published last year where we researched, this was on spondylolisthesis and outcomes from surgery versus surgery with rehab after. And so I'm just going on and on about myself, and you can see really quick you're going to fade away if you're the referral source, right? So the referral source at the end is going to say something along the lines of, hey Chad, thanks for stopping by. That's great. I'm really glad you're doing well. Do you have any brochures, or do you have a business card or a script pad you can drop off with Mary out front? Really interesting, but I have a lot of patients and I really need to get back to them. Whoa, how time flies. Great talking with you. See you again in a year. And it's over. And they might say something if they're feeling nice, which is, hey, by the way, I'll keep you in mind, and we'll get some patients your way. And then you go back to the office, and that physical therapist is never going to see a referral, or it's going to be very scant. Physical therapist number two is going to do something like this, and this is the key. This is, what are we doing when we get 5 minutes with a referral source? One of the most important tools that I've used is I'll ask them for help. So I'll say something along the lines of, hey, Dr. Smith, I know you're probably really busy with patients and you only have a few minutes here, but first thing I want to do is, over the past few months you sent us 3 referrals, and I have a testimonial here from each patient and a little before and after write-up about how they did in physical therapy. You can, when you get some time, you can read over those, but I would say that we're 3 for 3 and getting the outcome that the patient desired based on the testimonials. But here you go, you can look those over yourself. And the other thing I have is we're redesigning our script pad, and it's really important to me that we design a script pad that is easy for you to use. And so right now we have our regular script pad, and it says has our name at the top and our address. Would it be helpful if we had hours of operation on the back? Yeah, that'd be really helpful. Great. Would it be helpful if what are the most common diagnoses you see? Because right now when you refer, don't you have to go look up the ICD-9 9 code, or even in the future it's going to be the ICD-10 code, which is even going to be more complicated, but could we save you a couple seconds there? So what are the 4 most common things you see? Okay, let me get that down. Lumbago, cervicalgia, shoulder impingement, and ankle sprains. And they're the 4 things that you're most likely to refer to PT for? Absolutely. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Smith. I know you're really busy. I'll report back to you in a month or 2 when we get the script pads up and printed, and I really thank you for helping us out with that. Thanks a lot. And then that PT is gone. So they got in a little PR work where they're dropping off. They're acknowledging the doctor for making a referral, not making less of him for the lack of referrals, regardless of how many or how little, how many or few 3 referrals is. But nonetheless, they're acknowledging the doctor and they're pressing the help button. 2 really big keys for you to turn a new leaf over in getting your referrals. So the quick answer to 2 PTs walk into a bar, or 2 PTs walk into a doctor's office, who wins the referral? It's going to be the best marketer. So make sure you implement. So first learn, second implement some really good world-class marketing techniques, and you too can have amazing private practice success and more patients you could ever treat.